In the last video, we spoke about how to string up the SteelMaster by inserting the string ferrule into this opening here and stringing it up to the tuners. In this video, I wanted to speak about what's in the box with the SteelMaster. First of all, this shim that goes under the SteelMaster that protects your top plate from the thumb screw. Second of all, we have alternate length paddles and 3 Allen wrenches. So if you want to change the length of the bender paddle to a longer paddle or to a shorter paddle, you're going to need to loosen that 632 Allen head screw. But before you do that, before you start to loosen that, you will need to loosen that Allen head screw with the smallest wrench. So once that is loose, then you can go ahead and remove that screw, which is going to allow you to remove the paddle. There is a small washer under there between the bender lever and the paddle that allows you to lock it in place if that's what you want to do. If you want it in a certain position and you don't want it to move, just tighten it down. You'll see that's very tight. Or if you like to be able to swing it out of the way, just loosen it a little bit and you can have it completely loose or have it where it has just a tad bit of resistance. And then after you get it adjusted to the adjustment that you like, you're going to need to tighten that set screw down, that 440 set screw with this smallest wrench again. And that sets that 632 screw in place. At that point it's stable and just the paddle is moving. So I've explained to you what the largest wrench is for. That's for the 632 screw. I've explained to you what the smallest Allen wrench is for. That's for the 440. And then we have an additional medium-sized Allen wrench. So what's that for? That is for adjusting the set screw that is in the depth stop. I'll scoot it over here so you can see it better. That is this small component that is mounted to the axle. And when we tighten down that set screw, it's going to lock that depth stop in place. Why do we need a depth stop? We need it because this lever might bump up against that tremolo arm. And if it does, it might make noise or it might squeak, and we don't want that. So we want a small air gap between the bender lever and the tremolo arm. I hope you can see that air gap right there. And then with this finger, we'll bring the depth stop close there, and I'm going to adjust the set screw. I'm going to tighten it down. Try not to get my hands in the way of the video. And now that air gap is set. Even if I push against the bender lever, it will not contact that tremolo arm.